Hi guys, my name is Audrey, and for today I chose for my therapeutic craft to make a plastic bag holder or a grocery bag holder, whatever you want to call it. My family stores like a bunch of plastic bags throughout the house, like they're stuffed in corners, in closets, and I thought it'd be a nice idea to make one myself. I never learned how to sew, so I thought it'd be a nice idea to do something therapeutic that the whole house could use, and it would certainly help out with all the clutter. Like, for instance, this is just from one room, like a plastic bag holding a ton of other plastic bags, and it's a mess. So basically, what you need is fabric, of course. Now, this could vary. It could be a towel I seen. It could also be sheets in your own house. You can go to Walmart, believe it or not, and pick up fabric. They actually have a sewing section, and that's where I got all my materials. I picked up my fabric. The scissors I already had, of course. Sewing pins. A seam ripper that I used like a million times to, sew in a straight, perfect myself from sewing a straight line. A measuring tape to measure how big or how small you want the grocery bag. I made mine by 18 by 18, and the handle like about, I would say about like 10 inches and 2 inches wide. Some elastic, and this can also vary. It could be ribbon, or it could be a wider or thinner elastic. Mine's about like 1/2 of an inch. A safety pin that you will use to put through your elastic, and then you'll guide it through your edges of your grocery bag holder, and by doing that, it will give it that bunched look. And that's like kind of important when you have both openings and you're able to grab the bag out and not all of the other bags fall out either. And then, of course, you need the sewing machine, some thread that I've already put through, and a bobbin that's in here already. And that holds the thread and basically helps you sew this together. And then because I'm like OCD, I don't like creases, and I like things like kind of like stiff. Especially, I found it easier if you iron each edge to make you're able to sew easier along with pinning it. So, of course, back here I have my ironing board and my iron, and I put on the setting of my iron cotton and linen, since I used a cotton fabric. And like I said, it could vary. And after I was done setting up my machine, I actually had to do a couple practice shots, because a sewing machine is like almost like a car. Like it has a pedal, and it goes like pretty fast. So if you want to sew in a straight line, like I suggest you take a couple practice shots like I did, and even then it helps me a little, but I just need a lot of practice on it, as well as threading the machine. That was pretty hard as well. I had to look up on YouTube, like, how to do this. And even though this is my friend's, like, I was kind of embarrassed to ask her, like, how the heck do I do this? So, it was important to basically figure out, like, what was going on. And YouTube, they have a lot of videos, and I found it pretty helpful. So, like I said, it's important to know the speed of your machine. And it helps when you put the foot down, and then you just gently guide it through and try to get in a straight line. And then from there, you'll start sewing where you have pinned for your elastic that will go on both sides. And then you'll also do that after you're done your sides. You'll do it in like you'll fold it together and sew straight down to make it like a cylinder type of shape. And then you'll also sew your handle, and then you will sew it to your grocery bag holder. I put mine like on each side of the seam. It could go wherever you want to put it, but I figured because it's less noticeable once it will be filled up, and it will be more convenient when you hang it. And so basically this project, like I said, it was certainly meaningful for me. I've never learned how to sew. My mom doesn't know how to sew, so I really couldn't go to her for help. And I think these days not a lot of women in, I guess, the United States know how to sew or even own a sewing machine. They don't have many of these in stores, but I did find a couple brands in Walmart, and I think I might pick one up for myself. After doing this, I enjoyed it, and I certainly would want to create something else, like maybe like a blanket or even like shirts, or basically you can make about anything, curtains. And so I think in the future I will buy a sewing machine and practice. But like I said, in many cultures, women are meant, I guess not meant, like they're supposed to be the ones to mend your shirts and create things and sew buttons on, and I've never learned that, and neither has my mom. But I think my grandmom did, but she never taught my mom, or my mom didn't want to learn. So as women, I think it's important that, we still learn how to do that, even though doing this is kind of almost extinct. But I think it's a good craft, and it's like a basic, almost like a basic skill to learn.